Haylee was a brave young woman who faced off against her father, Fred, for the horrible sexual abuse he put her through. Abuse that he denied. Not only did Haylee take my lie detector test to prove her truth, she also went to the police after Fred targeted her niece. Haylee said she wanted to stop Fred from going after a new generation of victims. Take a look at her courageous story and stay tuned because Haylee is back with an update.
From like the age of 4, my dad would sexually assault me and my mom would physically, emotionally, and verbally abuse me.
What is this about your dad would lock your siblings in the room to molest you?
Every Saturday. It was a thing for like 10 years. My mom would go with her friends and play cards, and my dad would be left to watch me and my siblings. And he would just make up an excuse as to why my siblings got in trouble. And he would lock them in the rooms as punishment and then take me into the bathroom and sexually assault me there.
I hear there's a story about your mom and dad would play a game of ripping off your clothes.
Yeah. So, like, at any moment, like it's random, they would just grab me and start undressing me, and they wouldn't stop until I was completely nude, like, and it's usually like in like the living room, and I'd be screaming, I'd be crying, I'm like, stop, and they just wouldn't stop until I was completely naked, and when they were done, I just grab my clothes and go to my room, get dressed, and cry.
What would your dad say to you as a child?
He would randomly, like I was always his girlfriend or his angel or his favorite, but when I would be walking by and he would randomly like grope my chest and rub on my chest and tell me he was doing it so that my breast would grow big, and then he would touch me between my legs. And he'd say that he's not gonna touch me between my legs too much because he doesn't want that getting too big.
Now, your father has been accused of touching another child recently.
My niece, she's came forward and said that my dad had told her that he wants to have sex with her and that he was grabbing on her body and tried to kiss her on the mouth.
No, I never molested Haylee. I don't know why she's saying it, but it makes me really angry.
You feel like you're the victim, Natasha, that you and Frederick are the victims in this story.
We are.
And, explain that to me, please.
Because it's not the first time Haylee has made up lies to get either one of us in trouble.
You were 14 years old and he was 27. You started dating?
I was 13 and he was 27.
27. You start, as a 27-year-old grown man, you start dating a 13-year-old girl. You didn't see any problem with this.
Not really.
I think you're a predator and you preyed on a 13-year-old girl.
I think you know exactly what Haylee told you, and we'll find out when we get to Amnesty Life type of stuff.
So you never sexually abused your daughter?
Hell no.
You know you did. You took
You know
me,
I didn't.
You walked me into
You
that
told CPS
bathroom,
and
and
nothing
you
ever
touched
happened,
me.
you
You
liar.
know you did. That's why you waited until she left.
You know what?
That's why
I'm
you
glad
waited
you
until
still
she
tried.
left. That's why you locked them in that
whenever you
freaking
want to.
room.
Did Frederick sexually abuse you as a child? She answered yes. Did Natasha show you how to give Frederick a hickey as a child? She answered yes. Are you fabricating the molestation? She answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Haylee told the truth. You are with a child molester, a guy that's attracted to children because he was attracted to you as a child. So you know that as fact. He is attracted to children. And he stepped over the line. He molested your own daughter. He molested Nicole's daughter. You are two of the sickest people I've ever met. And with that, get these people off my show. Did Haylee get justice? Was she able to stop Fred? Let's find out. Please welcome back Haylee back to the show.
Hi, Steve.
So what's new?
So great news. Frederick has been arrested.
When did he get arrested?
So just a little over a week ago.
All right, because it wasn't that long ago that we taped your show, right?
Yeah, it's been just, what, a month?
Yeah. So he got arrested about a week ago, and where is Fred now?
Fred is in jail right now, waiting for his court date, and he has a bond of $300,000, and he's not even able to put up a bond.
And what is he charged with?
Fred has 3 charges of child molestation, 2 charges against me and 1 against my niece.
Oh, so because of what he did to you and your niece now, that's what he's charged with. And
Yep.
what kind of time is he looking at if he's found guilty?
So I read online, each charge carries 20 years for a maximum, so he's looking up to 60 years in prison.
Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help. What happened when he went to the police station?
So they started an interview, his interrogation, and he denied the claims with my niece. And when it came to me, he couldn't deny what he did to me, and he insinuated that I was telling the truth. And they took him into custody right there.
He's not the brightest bulb, huh?
Unfortunately.
So what happened with your mom, Natasha?
So I haven't had contact with her directly, but shortly after the show, she went onto social media and tried to still say I'm lying and make me sound like a horrible person.
But listen, I can't imagine your mom has a big social media following. So I don't think too many people, I don't think you have to worry about too much about what your mom's posting. But like, we had a lot of reaction to your show, and I love that Fred's arrested because he seems so smug and like he was just going to get away with it. And I'm glad it seems like there is going to be justice served with Fred. Do you feel like the show helped you?
Absolutely, 100%. Because I was literally excluded from my whole family. Everyone thought I was lying. No one believed me. No one supported me. And then once I got the test results, they couldn't ignore the fact that I was telling the truth. And a few of them have reached out, and I really have no interest in rebuilding a bond that they let go to waste.
I mean, I certainly would understand that. I mean, people don't believe you, but the fact that, he was dating your mother when she was 13, he's a 27-year-old guy, I don't know how anybody explains that or is okay with that. What do you want others to know, Haylee?
So after the show, I had tons of people reaching out to me and telling me their story about their sexual assault as children and how they feel brave enough to finally speak on it. And I want everyone to know that it doesn't matter if it was yesterday, if it was 5 years ago or 20 years ago, like my case, I'm finally getting justice because I spoke up. And if you speak, people will believe you. It might not be your mom. It might not be your dad. Somebody will believe you. The police believed me. Steve believed me. And now I have a whole army behind me that believes me. And I also want people to know that in my case, I couldn't tell my mom and dad. So you're always taught, don't talk to strangers. Strangers are bad. Sometimes the monsters are in your family. So tell a teacher, tell your physician, tell a police officer, tell somebody, even if it's not somebody you're close to. Someone will believe you.
That's really great advice because, unfortunately, a lot of times, as we've seen through the years on the show, it usually is a family member most of the time, or a close family friend. So, you know, it's very courageous for you to speak out, and not only for yourself, but you're stopping Fred from making other young women victims, other children victims. Listen, we wish you all the best of luck, and I hope you'll keep us updated with what happens to Fred.
Thank you so much.